Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. All right, time to learn how to drive with an AI. Maybe, hopefully, see. This microphone is always really soft, so I'm gonna try and see if I can do something about that. Audio properties. And I can boost it, but surely that's not going to sound good. Deal series. Microphone. Wonder if if it's the compressor. Let me turn that off. Testing, testing. I don't know. I don't know. Just have to deal with it. Let's see the game audio. Just might turn that down a little bit. Okay, maybe that might be okay. So there we go. Just might turn that master audio down a little bit more. Let's give that a try.
Cold tires all round.
I'm gonna have crew chief and the AI talking to me. And the tires, tire heat really makes a difference. Oh, I've got to do my setup. I should probably do the setup. was going to be learning the wrong thing.
Take the next right-hander in third gear, not first. Apply throttle 35 meters earlier.
It's giving me coaching on my hour lap.
Take the upcoming right-hander in fourth gear, not third.
Okay.
Enter hairpin part 2 in first gear instead of second gear.
Tires are still cold.
For the next right-hander, turn in 15 meters later.
Oh, that rear is a lot more loose than my last setup. It makes me a little bit nervous for the race. It's like power off oversteer or something.
Take the next right-hander in fourth gear, not third. Switch to first gear at the apex of the upcoming hairpin. Into the spoon curve part 1. Brake 50 meters later before entry.
Step brake marker a little bit.
That lap was a 2:04.82.
For the upcoming right turn, enter in second gear, not third.
You meant to drift into that, right? Surely. It's Japan after all.
For the upcoming right-hander, turn in 15 meters later.
I don't hit the curve. That did feel a lot better.
Brake 20% less for the next left-hand part of spoon. Turn in 15 meters earlier for the upcoming right-hander at Casio Triangle.
You've just done a 203.29.
Take the next right-hander in third gear instead of second. On the last corner, your performance improved significantly. Keep up the consistency. Turn into the next right-hander 15 meters earlier for a better line. Good job back there, but apply the throttle 25 meters earlier. Brake 25% lighter into the left turn 13. Approach Casio Triangle Part 1, right turn, and turn in 15 meters earlier.
Got a lot of time back on that one. Pretty far behind.
Good job back there.
That lap was a
But work on quicker throttle
203.09.
application next time.
Sector 3 times okay.
Into the next left, reduce brake pressure by 30%. Into the next right-hander, apply throttle 30 meters earlier.
Sector 1 is quick.
Into the left hairpin, reduce brake pressure by 10%. Into the next left at spoon, brake 15 meters later. Delay throttle onset by 20 meters in the next left corner. On that last corner, your throttle application was 25 meters late. .
Probably can't say stuff like stay off the curbs or anything like that. It's probably just going off the
Your lap
data.
time was at 2:03.37. Sector 3 is 0.5 off your best.
Increase your apex speed by 10 kilometers per hour at the upcoming turn. Approach the right-hander, brake 20 meters later. Apply throttle 35 meters later. For turn 13, be in 4th gear at the apex, not 5th. Pick up the throttle about 25 meters earlier after the left turn.
Sector 2 time is good.
Approach the Casio Triangle Part 1 right-hander in 1st gear, not 2nd.
Lost a lot of time in that second part of that chicane.
Enter the tightening right.
You've
Turn
just
1,
done a
Part 1 in 4th gear,
2:03.44.
not 5th.
Sector 3 is 0.40 off your best.
Hold your brake a bit longer as you reach the next right turn. Pick up the throttle 15 meters earlier through the right Degner corner.
Mind these track
Brake
limits,
10
please,
meters
Matt.
later into hairpin part 2, and you're nailing the throttle. Delay throttle onset by 20 meters in the next left-hander. On that last corner, try braking 10 meters later for better line. Take the upcoming right-hander in 3rd gear for a smoother exit. Push to carry 10 kilometers per hour more speed at the apex of turn 8. Increase brake pressure by 10% into the next Degner right turn. For the upcoming left hairpin, ease brake pressure by 20% to reduce tire wear. Into the next left-hander at Spoon, brake 10 meters later.
Your sector 2 time is quick.
Good job back there improving your brake timing by 10 meters in turn 13. Into the right-hand turn, brake 15 meters earlier. Improve your turn-in timing. Good job back there, but try initiating your turn.
That was a 203.05. Sector 3 time is quick.
Increase your speed by 15 kilometers per hour through the left-hand S-curve 3. Turn into the right-hander of turn 9.
Sector 1 is a 10th off your best.
Approaching turn 2 left hairpin, brake 10 meters later for better line. For the next left at Spoon Curve Part 2, switch to second gear.
You've gone outside of track limits there.
Turn into the next right 15 meters earlier for better flow. Good job back there. Your earlier turn-in improved flow through Casio Triangle Part 1. Brake 10 meters later into the tightening right, S-curves Part 4. Delay throttle onset by 20 meters on the next right-hand turn.
Sector 1 time is good.
Turn in 15 meters earlier for the upcoming hairpin left in turn 2. Take the next tightening left in second gear, not third gear. On that
Scrounge
last
a lot of
corner,
time.
your early braking 15 me too early slowed your apex speed 15 kilometers per hour.
That lap was a
On that last corner, your
202.72.
turn-in was late by
Sector
15
3 time is
meters.
fast.
At the upcoming right, delay throttle by 45 meters for better corner exit. For S-curves part 4, refine your trail braking into the right-hander. Adjust your turn-in point 15 meters later at the right-handed Degner.
Sector 1 time's okay.
Brake 15 meters later for the next left-hander at Spoon Curve.
Watch the track limits, please, Matt.
For the left around turn 16, increase apex speed by 10 kilometers per hour. On that last corner, good job on brake application and gear choice. Increase your speed by 15 kilometers per hour at the apex of turn 1. Increase your apex speed by 10 kilometers per hour through the left of turn 3. Into the next right, brake 10% harder for
Track
optimal
limits, keep
pressure.
it within the lines.
For hairpin 2, start braking 15 meters later for a smoother entry. For the next left-hand turn, use 4th gear, not 5th. Brake 35 meters later into the next tightening left turn. Good job back there. Delay braking by 25 meters for better speed. Turn into the next Casio triangle 10 meters earlier than before. Good job back there. Aim for earlier turn-in by about 10 meters next time. Increase speed by 20 kilometers per hour through the next tightening right turn. Increase apex speed by 10 kilometers per hour in the next left-hander. For the left hairpin of turn 12, brake 10 meters later. Into the next left, brake 20 meters later for better positioning. For the next left, brake 10 meters earlier and less hard.
Sector 2 is 0.37, slower than your best.
Good job back there, maintaining your apex gear. Focus on throttle timing next time. Initiate turn in 10 meters earlier for the next right-hander, turn 10. You hit your turn in.
You've just done a 203.39. You're now 0.7 off your best.
Ease brake pressure by 10%, approaching the next right-hander in the S-curves. Turn in 10 meters earlier for the
Sector 1 is quick.
at turn 9. Turn into hairpin part 2, 15 meters earlier to enhance entry efficiency.
Fuck.
Brake 10 meters earlier for spoon curve part 2. Turn in 10 meters earlier for the upcoming right-hander of turn 16.
Okay, Matt, we need to watch the track limits. You'll need to slow down if you don't want a penalty. What's your speed limit in the pits? Front right, 75%. Left rear, 90.
Apparently there's overlays on this thing. Where are the overlays? What? Horrible steering score. How smooth you are on your turn-in points. Interesting. Let me actually put this on the screen so I can. What's that? Yeah, sure, we'll take that. Here it is. Okay, so much later braking. They kind of big brake before this corner. Here it's a bit consistent, but they're going really tight. Turning into kind of the middle of the corner there. Okay, now what do they do? So they brake, don't hit the curb, go straight in, straddle that curb. Okay. They brake here. I mean, pretty much the same place that I brake in, but they go in tight. A little bit later here. Actually braking before that, the off-road. I always brake after the off-road. And they're staying wide, actually. They're not really like trying to shoot down the middle there. They do here. Yeah, no braking there, just probably lift off. And then early braking, looks like before the 100. Not too much curb. Lots of curb on that one. Lots of curb on the outside. Oof. And then obviously staying on the inside there, which you can't really do in the race, but okay. Let's move that over there and hide it. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So I'm turning these overlays on. Actually gonna turn crew chief off because it was annoying me. Um, Alright, let's start with these things here.
On that last corner, you turned in 20 meters too early. Into the Degner right-hander, use 10% more brake pressure. Turn in later by 15 meters.
Ugh.
Brake 20 meters later, approaching the next left hairpin.
Move these down a bit so I can see them better.
Accelerate faster, coming out of the next left-hand turn 13. Turn into the first turn, part 1 right-hander 20 meters later. In the next right-hander, increase apex speed by 30 kilometers per hour. Take the next left corner 20 kilometers per hour faster to improve lap time. Into the upcoming right-hander, increase your brake pressure by 20%. Take the upcoming left hairpin in first gear, not second gear. Brake 30 meters later into the left-hander at turn 13. Pick up the throttle 15 meters later, coming out of turn 13. On that last corner, apply throttle 40 meters earlier next time. Pick up the throttle 5 meters earlier, exiting the next left turn. On that last corner, improve turn-in by starting 15 meters earlier next time. For turn 2 right-hander, delay throttle onset by 10 meters. Into the tightening right, Brake 10 meters later for better entry. Into the upcoming right-hander, reduce brake pressure by 20%. Brake 15 meters later into the upcoming left hairpin for better line. Into the next left, brake 10 meters later for a better line. Apply throttle 40 meters earlier out of the left for improved exit speed. For the next left in turn 13, get on throttle 60 meters later. Good job back there at Spoon Curve Part 1. Focus on smoother brake application. Into the first right turn, delay your braking by 35 meters for better entry. Apply throttle 10 meters earlier as you exit the next right. For the upcoming right turn, delay your throttle by 15 meters for better traction. Delay your braking by 20 meters for the upcoming left hairpin. Into the next left-hand turn, decrease brake pressure by 20%. Increase speed by releasing the throttle 10 meters later for turn 2. Release the throttle 5 meters earlier into the next left-hander. Brake 15 meters later into the upcoming right-hand turn. Into the S-curve right-hander, brake 10 meters later. Initiate your turn-in 15 meters earlier on the upcoming right turn 9. Good job back there at Degner. Slightly tighten your turn-in timing to gain time. Good job back there, but turn in 15 meters earlier at hairpin part 2. Approaching turn 13, turn in 10 meters sooner for better entry. Approaching the next right-hander, turn in 10 meters sooner for better entry. Good job back there, applying throttle quickly and maintaining stability. Increase throttle application speed as you exit the next right-hander. Good job back there. Increase apex speed by 15 km/h next time. At turn 9, tighten the timing of your turn-in by 10 meters. Turn into hairpin part 2,
Fuck.
15 meters earlier this lap. Into the next left, delay braking by 15 meters for better entry. For the left at turn 13, delay throttle by 10 meters. On that last corner, great job on gear and brake application. On that last corner, delay throttle 35 meters later into turn 13. Brake 35 meters later into the first tightening right turn.
Ah.
Into the S-curves part 4, brake 15 meters earlier. Approach the upcoming left hairpin with an earlier turn-in by 10 meters. Brake 10 meters later into the next left-hander turn. Reduce peak pressure 30%. Approach spoon curve part 2 with softer braking to reduce tire wear. On that last corner, you applied throttle 40 meters too early. Brake with 10% less pressure into the upcoming right-hander at turn 15. Good job back there, using less brake pressure into the right-hander at turn 15. Into the tightening S-curve 4, brake 15 meters earlier. Delay your turn-in by 15 meters, approaching the next right-handed corner. For the next left, brake 25 meters later for a better line. For spoon part 2, delay throttle onset by 35 meters. Good job back there, delaying the throttle onset in spoon part 2. Good job back there. Work on delaying the throttle onset for the next chicane. Into the S-curves part 2 right, apply throttle quicker for better exit speed. When exiting turn 4 right-hander, pick up the throttle 10 meters later. Pick up the throttle 30 meters earlier after the next right turn. Into the next left hairpin, turn in 10 meters earlier. Into spoon curve 1, start braking 25 meters later to improve line. Into the upcoming left-hander, increase your apex speed by 10 kilometers per hour. On that last corner, apex speed was perfect. Focus on earlier throttle pickup. On that last corner, your early throttle compromised the exit. Adjust for smoother acceleration. Increase apex speed by 10 kilometers per hour in the upcoming left turn. Great job back there. Brake 5 meters earlier next time for precision. Pick up the throttle 20 meters earlier, coming out of turn 13, left-hander. Good job back there. Lessen brake pressure by 20% next spoon curve entry. Brake 15% harder into turn 14 right-hander for better entry speed. Good job back there, improving the brake pressure into the Casio Triangle Part 1. Increase your speed by 10 kilometers per hour through the next right tightening turn. Maintain your gear choice, but increase apex speed by 15 kilometers per hour on turn 3. Apply throttle 35 meters earlier after the next right-hander. Shift to trail braking earlier into hairpin part 2 for a smoother turn-in. For the next spoon curve 1, reduce braking by 20% and arrive at the apex 20 kilometers per hour faster. Good job back there at spoon curve 1, trying to reduce brake pressure. For the next right-hander, turn in 15 meters sooner. Good job back there. Improved turn-in with smoother apex speed adjustment. Great job in the next right-hander. Keep consistency through this section. For turn 9, turn in 15 meters later to better hit the apex. Turn into the second hairpin 15 meters earlier for better entry. Brake 20 meters closer for the next left-hander at spoon curve, part 1. Pick up the throttle 20 meters earlier on the next turn, 14 left. Turn in 5 meters earlier into the next right-hander for better apex speed. Great job back there. Turn in 10 meters earlier next time for better apex speed. Increase your speed by 15 kilometers per hour through the next right-hander. Pick up your apex speed by 5 km/h at the next left.